So let's look at the caress system. Hit the caress button in the hand panel, and this other new panel comes up. We have the left hand and the right hand. You'll see right here also at the tips of the fingers, these are basically the mute buttons for the effect of caress. Caress has two different modes. There's caress, which is where I'm going to move the fingertips over the surface of an object, and they will do a collision detection with the surface of the object and move the fingertip to the surface. Attach will do something similar, although the first good hit that each fingertip makes on the surface, it will attach at that time and stay there for the length that we have here. As I scrub this animation back and forth, we see that we have an animated surface, and what we're going to do is do an attach. So I'm going to hit the attach button for each finger. I'll hit the all button here, so every fingertip will be connected. And for now, I'm going to turn off the IK system for all the fingertips. As you can see right there. Now there's three different ways to actually point the fingertip to the surface. There's finger ray, which will project a intersect ray from the tip of the finger forward, like you're pointing somewhere. Palm ray, which will have a ray detection go from the palm down, so each intersect ray will be more like the bottom of the fingertip and not, or the pad of the fingertip instead of the pointing from. And grab ray will be as if you wanted to grab an object, so you want that to be a detection ray that kind of points towards the inside of the palm from the fingertip. We're going to be using palm ray as default, and I'm going to go ahead and pick the object here, and then we're going to go ahead and do all keys. And now we can see this little object jumping around here, figuring things out. And when that's all done, I'm going to turn on the IK system for all the fingertips all at once. And then we have an animation created. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. As you can see, the fingertips are doing their best. Remember, it is an IK system, so if the target goes beyond, we're going to see that the fingertip will try and get there. So here, let me actually grab the this here, and as you can see, as I move this around, and I can actually do that in time, I'll go to another frame, and we'll move the palm of the hand around, and you can see that it's trying to solve the IK solution for each of these fingertips. You could also include the arm or the hand to be included in the solution. So if I hit do all keys, let me do that again, and we'll see it's figuring things out. And there we have this. So let's go ahead and play this animation. And now you'll see that the IK target for the arm is also being solved for a surface collision with that surface as well. So here you can actually have not just a plane with noise on it, but this could actually be a character skin. So you could have this character jump up onto the back of a monster or grab even his own skin, and those fingertips will solve to a dedicated spot on that character mesh. Okay, so let's do the caress function. So let's delete all keys, and so now we'll see that there's no animation, even though they're still trying to solve there. I'm going to turn off the IK for all the fingers, and I'm also going to delete all the keys that I put into the arms right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all those. So now there should be no animation there. So let's go ahead and take our arms, and I'm just going to move them down. And I'll select this here, and I'll move that down. And we're going to go ahead and hit the caress button here for each one of these. And let's turn off the arm IK. And let's go ahead and do all keys and see what happens. and see what happens. So that's why I called it caress, is because the fingertips, if they can, will actually try and touch the surface of the object. If they're not touching the surface of the object, you can go in and select the IK target and move them a little closer. So we have that selected here. Let's go back and see. So you can go ahead and, since these IK targets are already animated, you can change the animation of the hand accordingly to make sure that things will fit nicely. And we can rotate it if we want to. Like that. So there, very nicely, we have a lot of very complex finger animation that's done without too much effort. We could even hide this object here, and look, we have some very bizarre looking things going on there with the fingers. There you go. So that's caress.